Hello and welcome to another Vinny Talks Yanks. I'm your host, Vincent LaRose, and the Yankees have lost another series, have lost again to the Astros, and continue to make it harder and harder to put themselves in a spot to make a good playoff run. And, I don't want to say that this team is done or anything like that, but obviously, as we all know, they've been pretty hard to watch, and there's not much else you can say. When we need a hit, we can't hit, and when we need to pitch, we can't pitch. It's really as simple as that. They have just not played good baseball. They have been unsuccessful in almost every facet of the game, continuing to make poor base running decisions. The defense continues to fail time and time again. The starting pitching isn't going deep into games. The bullpen's being overworked and just not being good at the right times. And it's hard, because, at the start of the season you have high hopes. Obviously, Garrett Cole goes down. You lose him for the season. Middle of the season, you lose Clark Schmidt for the rest of the season. You start the season with Stanton on the IL, Hale on the IL, and it just as the season went on, it got worse and worse and worse, and became harder and harder and harder for the Yankees to really keep up. Obviously, we had a really hot start. We were 7 games in first place. We had about 10 spots up on the wild card. And as of today, I believe we're tied for the 3rd spot, or half game, either tied, half game up, or half game back. I'll check to be 100%, but it's pretty rough, man. I don't really, there's not really anywhere else to put it. So currently, we're a half game up on Cleveland right now. But I don't know, even truthfully, in my humble opinion, I would say, even if the Yankees do make the postseason, I don't see them making it out of the wild card of the ALDS. There's a lot of teams in the American League that have proven they will beat us in a longer series. And you can blame it on many things, maybe poor team build. At the trade deadline, I kind of liked our trade deadline. I like the guys we picked up. But now, out of the 6 guys we picked up, 2 are on the IL and 1's in the minors. So really haven't done much with that. We really needed a starting pitcher, and at this point with the trade deadline, I'm not upset because I see it as it was preparation for the future. Didn't give up any of our top prospects. And we got guys with years of service. So I think a lot of fans might have realized that, or might have thought at least, that it was for this year 100%, but it was obviously not. I think they're really more preparing for next year when you have guys like Cole coming back. Maybe pick up another starting pitcher in the offseason. You have a full season to heal. Because I don't really see this team being able to compete at a high level this year. It seems like every time we get a win, and it seems like momentum has shifted, the next day we go out and play just awful baseball. I mean, we were getting no hit through 5 innings against a guy with almost a 6 ERA. These games are really tough watches, man. And a lot of people put the blame on Boone and say Boone is the issue. And I'm not necessarily saying that's wrong, but at the end of the day, your players got to perform, and when they're not performing well, you can't blame it all on the manager. Don't get me wrong, I think Aaron Boone has severely mishandled the bullpen this year. I think the way he carries himself and the way he reacts to his players' constant mishaps is unfortunately very wrong. He's obviously a good dude. He obviously cares about his guys. He obviously will fight for them no matter what. But it's just his managerial decisions are in my opinion, just quite poor. And I don't think he makes the right decision about 50% of the time. He's making the wrong decision. And just as the days go on, it gets harder and harder to stay invested, I would say, more than anything. That was weird. But to stay invested, to enjoy watching this team, because even when they win, you kind of know that it was a rare one at this point. I think we're only 5 games over 500 now. What are we? 6 games over 500 now. We were 15 at one point, so it's just the fall off has been crazy. It's been quite bad, to be honest. It's been like I said, it's been pretty hard to watch. Obviously in the off season there's going to need to be some changes made. I think to start, I'm gonna have to agree with what a lot of people are saying. I think it's time to move on from Boone, man. I mean, 8 years, and the best you got us is 5 games in the World Series, where you made some of the poorest decisions I honestly have ever seen. I don't see. I think if they make the playoffs, they stick with him, especially after signing the 2-year extension earlier in the year. But I think if they miss the playoffs, they really have to rethink this. I know it's tough when your captain, Aaron Judge, is constantly like it's not Boone's fault and Boone is the guy for the job. So maybe there's some hesitation up top to firing Boone and thinking it might upset Judge or something like that. But I don't know, man. It's really tough to say what to do at this point. I really wish they would have traded Devin Williams at the trade deadline. I do think he was worth something to some teams, in the sense of maybe getting a prospect back, as we did ship off quite a decent at a trade deadline, and most of them are war mates. Sorry. Everybody we got in return was major league talent. At least I believe so. I don't remember seeing any prospects coming in our return, but it's just a tough watch. It's tough to stay focused, really, at this point. As it seems like with some of the guys in the Yankees, it's tough for them to stay focused. But we traded for 7 guys. I forgot about Ryan McMahon, which is a great trade. But yeah, I really don't think this is gonna be our year. I mean, trust me, every bone in my body wants them to go on some crazy run, make the playoffs, and compete. It's just that needed to start sooner, and obviously it didn't. Just like I said before, man, they win a game and it just seems like the next game they're dead. It's bad. I really don't like how much the lineup changes with Boone as well. I mean, you had Jesus. You had Grisham hit 6 yesterday, have a crazy game, and then you immediately lead him off. I'm not saying that should make that big of a difference, but I just, your offense clicked yesterday. Sorry. Your offense clicked yesterday, and then you shifted it up, and obviously they did not click today. I mean, they beat a yearly Cy Young candidate in Framber Valdez yesterday, and then they go out there against Alexander, I forget his first name, and just get embarrassed. Just get absolutely embarrassed. Man, it's tough. It's it's very tough. It doesn't help when your ace to start the year has had a sub-2 ERA in his first 16 starts, and now his last 7 he has an over almost 5 ERA. Sorry, my nose is itchy. It's weird, but it's been brutal, man. It's been brutal. I think I'm saying everything everybody knows, everybody thinks, but really not much else to go. We're heading into the last 2 months, month and a half of the season, and they're gonna have to make some crazy run to make my expectations high again, to get my hopes up again. I feel like all hope is lost when truthfully it's not. I mean, they could go on a run. This is a good team at the end of the day. On paper, it's a great team. Good offense, more than good enough pitching. They just need starters to go deeper in the game. They need the guys in the bullpen to shut down when they need to shut down, and they need the offense to show up in big moments. The offense has a lot of trouble showing up when it matters most, and it's proven itself. It's proven himself mightily, actually. But you know, I know this is gonna be a short video, but there's really not much else to say, man. Also, do me a favor, Yankees fans, just stop booing everybody. I get it. We don't like Altuve, we don't like Correa, but like, sometimes you gotta realize this. It's like, you're just fueling the fire at that point. You're making it known. Obviously he knows that, and I'm sure Altuve loves every second of every single time he torches us, and Correa torches us. They just destroy us. The Astros have embarrassed us over the last 8 years, man, and it's not stopping. It hasn't stopped. Every single time you think they're gonna die, roll over, and and crumble, they come back even better and embarrass you even more, man. They don't even have Jordan, and they crushed us this series. They crushed us. I mean, even game 2, man, they should have. They could have very easily won that, and we could be sitting here even more depressed because the Yankees got swept by a team, we can't stand. But that's really all there is to say. I hope they can turn it around, and I hope they change my mind. I really hope they do. I don't like being negative. I don't want to be a negative Nancy all the time, but it's really hard not to be negative when you're talking about this team and the stretch they've gone through. So, but I'm gonna end it there. There's really not much else to say. So, appreciate everybody watching or listening on the podcast side, and I hope everybody has a wonderful day, night, morning, whatever it is. Go Yankees.